Hello everybody, this is JW Najarian and we're at the Enlightened Entrepreneur Summit with DC Cordova. How you doing, DC?
Oh, fantastic. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, I'm so glad you took this second to come over and be with me and talk to us for a second. We're at the Enlightened Entrepreneur Summit, like I just said, and you're on a panel here today, is that correct?
Yes, I am. We're going to be talking about systems, one of my favorite things. I wrote a manual called Money Making Systems, and as you know, I'm very well known for being able to build organizations, but not just using systems and proven, business tools, but also being metaphysical and spiritual and based on the teachings of Buckminster Fuller. So the combination
Money
of
and
the
You,
two,
right?
Oh yeah, Money and You and our business school for entrepreneurs. And we also do the Global Business Growth Intensive, which is something that where we take people to China and open up the world for them.
Well, that's great. Every time I look you up or I try to call you, you're always coming back from China, going to Europe. You travel a lot, right?
Yes, I do. Well, I am a global entrepreneur, and one of the things that we teach is for people to be able to expand their worlds, their markets, by being global entrepreneurs. Because sometimes people have products and services that are wanted and really needed in other parts of the world.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And you teach so many people about money and their memes and how to deal with it, and you're so great at that stuff. And at the Enlightened Entrepreneurial Summit, the businessman comes here to learn some stuff. Why is it important for him to be here?
I think it's really important to understand all the changes that are occurring in the world. Business is no longer the way that it used to be. Right now, business is really working by being cooperative and creating models that work for everyone. The old paradigm of just being just for yourself and for your family or just for your business are really over. And that's the shift that you're seeing in the world. And this is something that some of the greatest, even humanitarians, are aware of. Some of the richest people on the planet, like Buffett and, Bill Gates, and even Apple Computers is starting to make changes. They know that things need to shift.
That's great. So you go around the world and you talk to people about business. You help organizations and people themselves. What's the main message? What golden nugget can you tell our audience here today? If you could impart to the world one thing, what would that be?
That change is part of life. We teach something called perturbation, the theory of dissipative structures in Money and You, so that you embrace all the shifts and the changes and become a futurist. Begin to see the trends by having a certain pattern of thinking that allows you to be able to see the future without fear, without all your old paradigms, and just being very present to the future, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. Absolutely.
And so then you can prepare. So if the world is going to change, your country is going to change, the economy, you can be prepared for it. But many people get taken by surprise because they're not willing to be present to what's really going on in the economy, in the world around them, and don't prepare for it.
Yeah, and I know, because I've known you for a while, that you teach these teachings that come from people like Muhammad Yunus and those kind of great people in the world that are talking about how we can all be in abundance and nobody has to get hurt by adversarial business, which is an unsustainable way to go. Right?
That's right. I mean, look at where our world is. So our main teachers is Buckminster Fuller, who taught us about a human being needs to move from scarcity to sufficiency to abundance. Another wonderful mentor of ours was a gentleman by the name of Georgi Lawsonoff that taught us about experiential learning. And then we have Edward Deming that was teaching, through his teachings, about systems. It's very, very important for you to have a systems-based organization. And then, of course, Ilya Prigogine that won the Nobel Prize in 1977 for the theory of dissipative structures. And Money and You was created by a genius, my mentor, Marshall Thurber. And then, of course, his whole piece on combining the teaching of these masters through experiential learning. And that's why Money and You has been around for over 34 years. We have the most notable grads, people like Tony Robbins, Jack Canfield, and my old business partner of 9 years, Robert Kiyosaki of Rich Dad Poor Dad. And also we have many people that have gone on to create beautiful foundations. So it's not, we churn out social entrepreneurs, people that go out and create tremendous results, but with a touch of heart, humanity, and adding value to others.
Oh, we love that. Thank you so much for that, for bringing that to the forefront and teaching so many people and businesses about those kind of principles.
Thank you.
Maria Simone.
Yes.
I've only been to one of these before, and I loved it so much I asked her if I could come back.
Yeah.
And I've been loving it. You've been to a couple of these, right?
I have been, and I've known Maria for over 12 years, and she's really one of my heroes because I love her intelligence, her beauty, and her connectivity, because she is a connector like I am. She's a connector in North America. I'm a connector in the Asia-Pacific region, and she brought such an amazing group of people, and we are still doing, the fundraising feedback, and I am learning so much. I mean, and we are all learning, and she brought an amazing group of people, very qualified, entrepreneurs, and there's a lot of money in that room, so I think that all the people that are presenting, even though they're being given feedback, is giving them an opportunity for them to correct, to learn, and to be exposed to tremendous money that otherwise they wouldn't be exposed to.
Well, this is one of my favorite summits. It's there have been so many, conferences and summits, and I've gone to so many. There's only a few I go to now, and this is one of the top of my list because it is so good. The quality of the speakers is so great, and the quality of the audience is up there too. We're not a lot of wannabes. These are people who are very serious about getting their business to the next level.
They are,
absolutely. So we're here with DC Cordova. Thank you so much, DC. Where can we get a hold of you?
We can go to moneyandyou.com.
Moneyandyou.com.
Or Google me. There's about 50 plus pages. It takes 1 second to find me.
That's wonderful. Again, we're at the Enlightened Entrepreneur Summit. That's Maria Simone's awesome event with DC Cordova. Thank you so much, DC.
Thank you. Aloha.
Aloha. Whoa.